Channel switched. Channel switched.
Whatever happens to the current squad leader, he's gonna step up left.
No.
Oh.
Most
Yep.
up.
Yes, sir, sir.
He's a big
That Hey, how you doing? Okay. So, I have a nice surprise. Have a whole new setup. I shouldn't say whole new setup, but a I got a new monitor, which I find to be pretty awesome. Hey. So, welcome to May. Got quite a bit to cover today.
Hey, Poltrak,
Wow.
come over here so I can smite you. I need my hat trick.
Oh, the Rangers on.
Good bro. I know you like me because I'm a furry.
I killed 3 of your brethren yesterday.
I know you want me to invite you to my room party. I know that. You're invited to my next furry convention.
Cool, I'll bring my fucking hunting party.
So, wow, got a good chunk in here. How do you guys, if You guys can tell me in the chat here. How's the clarity? Streaming 1440 now, so 2K, 60 FPS. Does that look clearer? Does it look more crisp? I mean, I can look on my side screen here, but seems to be.
Randall, I see. Yeah. So, well, okay,
Gonna go get some coffee.
what I'm looking at is 3 different radios, though. 3. Because the last one is a different color, and I'm not updating that one. I'm only updating the OCP one.
Man, Art, shut up, bro.
Should we have Harris had to get 3 characters one session because he kept trying to murder us.
Small one. I'm gonna update the small one to have a longer range.
There.
No.
Hey,
Good patching, Sean.
good call.
I thought he was stopping.
Gracias.
Just switch it to a different random one and then switch back.
Oh, so it's glitched.
Stupid ass bug, yep.
But it's
Starting first
not
as winners?
even that cool.
Better?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Alright, good.
No,
Have you
we're
got
not
that good
stealing
stuff
the
that I
stolen
want?
part. Cause it's so useless.
How do you toggle the block so
Yeah, up to
Look how
20k.
crisp those mountains are.
Radio though, 25k.
Oh yeah, Art.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, if you just go to the top of the mountain, you communicate anyways.
Yeah, because you guys need to line up with me.
What?
But we should have the line behind us, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Go.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Well, with the new stamina,
We're
I'll
not
make
gonna
it.
fit all these guys in one line. Who the fuck is Christian?
No problem.
Oh, that's I think
Neb.
that's Minas. Yeah, that's Minas. Is he your friend?
Just because I know
Frost messages me. It's not useless.
No, you're confusing him with Mick Shepard.
German Frost.
Once my friend is
Hitler Frost.
like
What?
They went through.
Got a question, cough it off.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Living the dream. I was told it was allowed.
We're not gonna fit 10 people on one line.
No, it's 6 people per line. Everybody else like forms up behind us.
Yeah, but Phoenix is behind us.
No, it doesn't matter. Anybody past the first 6 just fills in whenever.
That's just autistic.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
screw
Don't
over a
question
line,
it.
you bitches.
Look, it is.
My
Don't
mom
question
says I'm special, so don't fucking touch me.
Two mics. Lock it up.
Well, in
Secure
the
those
SOP
weapons.
in the SOP it says that
Find your G key.
okay. And you said I was looking at IR what? Don't make me.
I'm just gonna go deal with a triple post game.
I said lock it up.
Roger. Alright, I don't know where I'm going, I'm just gonna wear slippers. Following you.
Major LaFlash. Alpha Company, all present and accounted for, sir.
Outstanding. All right, post. All right. Got about one more mic here. Some latecomers just go ahead and fall into the rear. Quite a promotion and award ceremony. Obviously, this is our first one since launching into Operation Crimson Sand. 9 pages in total. Thanks to some very great writers that could probably write a great either thesis statement or novel of some sort. So to kind of cut down on time again, just those that are present will have their awards citation read or stumbled through in my case. With us launching into and getting into May, obviously we've already completed 2 combat operations and a patrol in April, which is phenomenal. April was a little bit of a longer month for us, looking at technically 5 full weekends, which was outstanding. Helped us launch into Crimson Tide. That's where we're at right now. The map terrain, I feel has been a challenge, very challenging in some parts, but I love that we continue to have that diversity to really push through I know we had some frame issues. We've had some map issues in terms of, like the ceiling cap. So even 3 cab can't get sometimes over a mountain because of it. But ultimately, I want to kind of cruise through this as quick as possible, being that we have 9 pages and are still want to get it done within that hour so that we can get prepped for our upcoming mission that we have today. So first, like to say outstanding job to our recruiting and retention, our RRO S1. We had a great April in terms of personnel that came in. We had Birdlike, Callum, Jarek, Hillstad, Jacino, Young, Lubiski, welcome back Shade returned. Recruit Harris, welcome back Romanoff. Minef, Jonathan, Garrison, Firma, Amons, Monzoon, gonna mess that one up. Short, just enlisted today. Rico, Gonzalez, Rogers, Ragnarok, Gerald, Lee, and welcome back Poltrack. So these were just some of our enlistees here in the month of April. Outstanding month. As you can see, some of our squads are bursting at the seams. I know, as we continue to move, really retention's the name of the game. Those that have been here a while understand that, those numbers fluctuate pretty quickly. back and forth, but it's really all on us to make all those soldiers that I just listed off, our new enlistees of April, feel welcome and want to come back, right? It doesn't take much for any of us never to be here again by just simply not showing up, and we discharge them. I'd like to break that trend, with large enlistees months like we just had. I know in April we were talking about March and how that was a little lighter of a month for us. In May, we'll see. I mean, we're starting it off solid. We're already 7 days into the month of May, and we're just now, this is the latest we would have a ceremony because of the way the month landed. But being able to make those soldiers feel welcome, make sure that we're doing everything we can to make them feel welcome, be there, have some pickup games. I see us always getting in on some other community games that we like to play. That's how you build a community, and that's how you get these people and our new soldiers to feel welcome, to feel what we provide. Us over time know what we provide, but I mean, nothing's better than that. We do have some FIG announcements here. We have the 173rd Airborne being hosted tonight after our operations at 19:30 EST. If you haven't signed up already, get there. You do have to be qualified with us first to go through there. So that's a new requirement that we push through, is that we consistently run our airborne school. So we want that initial training for you to guys go through ours. But the 173rd is a sister unit of ours. We can take their training just like they can take ours. And we want to make sure that that you get the opportunity to get over there, earn another couple jumps on your way to being a senior or master parachutist, qualify for jump master, things like that. But hopefully you're signed up. If you want to attend, talk with First Sergeant for a walk-on slot, as in sign-ups were closed already. But if there's something you want to jump in there, go see First Sergeant Brock. We also have our advanced radio communications course. This is going to be a pretty important course for a lot of you that are looking to get into the Pathfinder school. So May 13th at 17:30 is advanced radio comms course. If you're looking to become a Pathfinder, which that course runs May 20th at 17:30, that's one of the requirements, along with several others. So take a look at those signups. But I know Airborne, Air Assault, things like that. Pathfinder School. This is the first time running it in easily 5+ years. So it's been quite a while since we even had a school to go to for Pathfinder. So again, this is the first one. We'll see how it goes and what comes of Pathfinder School. But a lot of great stuff coming out of FIG this month. Anniversaries. So we have 4 2-year anniversaries in our unit today. So first, out of Platoon HQ, we have Sergeant Frost hitting his 2-year May 16th of this month. We have out of First Squad Corporal Kidon hitting his 2-year May 26th of this month. Out of Third Squad, we have Corporal Bills hitting 2 years on May 27th. And then our very own 3-cab commander, Cadet Cooper, is hitting his 2-year on May 8th, so just tomorrow. So these are some of the milestones. I have an anniversary here in the month of May 13th. Just a measly 17 years is all mine is. But to be able to have that longevity out of our troops, obviously I'm an anomaly, not whatever the word is. I'll have First Sergeant say it for me. But being able to be here that long, it's been an extreme honor. But being able to celebrate our 2 years like we are today, and hopefully next year, all 4 of those soldiers will continue to be here and be able to earn that 3-year anniversary gift. No 1 years, which are shocking to me for the month of May. Obviously, we had some great recruitment 2 years ago, brought on a wealth of solid leaders and NCOs that I just talked about, but hopefully next year we're celebrating a 1-year and a 3-year out of our new soldiers coming this month, and then those soldiers that I just called out. So I guess let's jump into, that's kind of the mentions and the notes side of things. So now for the ceremony, this is going to be another 7.5 pages of information. But let's go ahead and get Silva, Nicholas, Hodgins, Bird, Shocked, Dio, Marsh, McKinsey, Bills, and Williamson post. Alright, bow face and cover down a little bit, straighten up. Alright, so these soldiers made history in the month of April. Besides myself on donating, this is the largest month, I think, in unit history that we've had in terms of donations coming in. I don't know what was in the water in the DFAC this month of April, but hopefully we continue to serve it. So coming in at $929.54 on a donation goal of a measly $150 are these soldiers. So I'll kind of read down the line. They're all being awarded the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal for donating $50 or more in a calendar month. And then I threw in Williamson to start it off. He had $40 that he donated that we bumped up due to the excess that was donated by another soldier to get him to that $50 mark. But then we have Williamson technically hitting 50. We have Sylvia at 50, Nicholas at 50, which I'll come back to. We have Hodgins at 80, Bird at 50. Then we get into some larger numbers here. We have Corporal Shocked, who loves to be top of what do you always say? I'm on the top. To me, with $159 in the calendar month of April. So he's being awarded the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal with Valor, along with Dio with Valor for donating $100. We have Marsh for $150.54 with Valor. That .54 got him to that exact $600 in his career so far with us. So with that, earning him the coveted custom uniform in-game, which COE will be producing and getting in-game here for him. But that's the dollar mark. If you do that within your career, within that tour of hitting $600, that's what you'll get. Special call-outs, obviously a custom uniform like that is pretty awesome. We have then McKinsey also hitting $100 with Valor. And then Corporal Bills coming in with $150, earning that with Valor, with V-Device. So again, it's really honestly a historic day, historic month in terms of donations. That sets us up for a lot of things that we could do in the future. With some of that, some raffles. We have our 20-year anniversary coming up here in July, so that opens us up for some opportunities to do some giveaways and celebrate even more with that. So a big thank you to these soldiers, and they ultimately put their money where their mouth is and where their hobbies are, and it shows. So a big thank you to everybody here. All right, go ahead, Bowface. Thanks again, soldiers. Congratulations. Fall back in. All right. Next up, I won't have these soldiers post. This is a fairly large list. This is the Good Conduct Medal. So usually as we continue to grow, this list, luckily for us, becomes more and more. The Good Conduct Medal is awarded for 3 months of continuous good service, which means no AWOL lapses, no unexplained absences. You're here. You're here to do what you say you're going to do, and that's show up and be present, or at least be accounted for. Those again don't have to post. This is a fairly large list of about a couple dozen. With that, myself, McMahon, Garcia, Lambert, Kelso, P. Bird, Duck, Kovic, Hunter, Marty, Bristow, Krios, Cade, Hodgins, J. Erickson, R. Winters, York, Kit, F. Johnson, Co, and Blitz. are all hereby being awarded the Good Conduct Medal. A large portion of that is the addition of our 5th Squad Recon, who now has come up and hit that 3-month mark with us since our merger into bringing in our 5th Squad. So that's a good chunk of that list. But outstanding job to these soldiers. 3 months. We award this every 3 months. You can get it 4 times a year, once a quarter. And it's something that can add up real quick on your uniform. So big thank you and congratulations on 3 months. Cool. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and get me Short and Rogers post, if present. Standing. About face. Nice. Just enlisted literally less than, I'd say, what, 4 hours ago? 3 hours ago? And has that down pat. And I'll tell you why. Between Short here and Rogers are hereby being awarded the National Defense Service Medal. This is for serving in their nation's military. In this case, Rogers serves in the U.S. Army. Verified through our verification program. And then our Short here just enlisted today, as I said, and has already gone through the verification process with myself for serving within the Belgian defense. So an outstanding job to these 2 soldiers, new to our unit, bring a wealth of knowledge that they have from their real-life experiences, much like all our veterans do, and that's one pretty awesome thing about our unit here. Is being able to consistently have veterans, like many of our soldiers in formation today, but then that adds to our realism, that adds to our tactical realism, and that also, as they continue to move up throughout their career here, they provide great leadership generally, great ideas from their prior experiences, and we're able to tap into that knowledge that they may have. So a big thank you to these soldiers for serving in their nation's military. They sign that check payable for their life, and something that they, very honorable to do, nonetheless. So a big thank you and congratulations. Cool. All right, about face. Thanks again, Private Short. Welcome to the unit. Fall back in. All right. If I can get Dio, Marsh, Ivanov, and Grigg post. Buffers. All right. These 4 soldiers, the 3 in front of you today, are hereby being awarded technically numeral number 2 on their NCO development ribbons. These soldiers participated in an advanced leadership course in the month of April, dedicated 2 days of their existence with me and First Sergeant to be able to cover advanced leadership techniques, as well as several other avenues of how to improve themselves as leaders so that they can improve their teams that they lead. Here we have 2 squad leaders and a 2 IC, and then if you throw Dio in there, he's also the Brigade XO, so he leads a element as well. And being able to go through this course, I enjoyed my time with them, the open discussion conversations that we had, as well as where these soldiers want to be in this unit. Is relatively known with them going through our advanced leadership course. So a big thank you and congratulations on your 2nd stage of your NCO developer ribbon. Cool. All right. Bellface. Congrats, soldiers. Thank you. Fall back in. All right. Next up, if I can get McTavish, Franklin, Bills, Coe, Goodwill, Kit, Blitz, and F. Johnson post. All right, Buffets. All right. So these soldiers, the one in front of you, small attendance on this list, are hereby being promoted to the grade and rank of PFC, Private First Class. So many of these soldiers are within our 5th squad as well, but being able to promote these, what is that, 9 soldiers to PFC is their first step in our unit. Coming out of OSET, they get that private second class, and some maybe even PFC if they graduate with honors, but generally 90% is that private second class. So really this is their first promotion with us, of coming up in front of everybody, their first step towards continuing their career with us, and hopefully a long career it may have. Now this opens them up to a couple other DMOSs that they may be able to join, so that they can then get that specialist, as well as that clans list votes that even held some soldiers up that I saw for private first class. So if you're still at a private second class and you're wondering why, I would go check with your first line leader. That's most likely it, because otherwise it's just time and service. But a big thank you and congratulations to these soldiers for making PFC. All right, Buffets. Congrats, PFC. Fall back in. All right. So next up, if I can get Tucci, Nikes, McKinsey, Perez, Dio, Grigg, and Williamson. Post. Buffets. Alright. All soldiers that I just called are hereby being awarded the Armed Forces Service Medal. So this is for being in a DMOS, a duty military occupational specialty, so one of our admin jobs within our unit, for at least 6 months. So here we have... Didn't I see Tucci over there?
Is AFK, sir.
Oh, AFK? Okay. So Tucci is hereby being awarded this for 6 months in S2. Hard to believe that already, but since joining in that XO spot, he's been there. Nikes for FIG for 6 months. McKinsey FIG for 6 months. Perez FIG for 6 months. We have Dio being awarded this for his 6 months in BMO. And then Grigg and Williamson for 6 months within our public affairs office. So a big thank you for serving with distinction and longevity of 6 months within our DMOSs. I've said it a million times before today, our DMOSs is really what keeps this unit afloat. It's the backbone of the administrative side of our unit. And without organization there and execution there, you're just a gaggle fuck. And that's what most units are when you think of things. But because of our DMOSs and how we have them structured and the leadership that we have behind those DMOSs and what they do, much like these 7 soldiers, are the reason that we're still going. So a big thank you to these soldiers. Hua.
What?
All right. Buffets. Congratulations, soldiers. Thank you. Fall back in. All right. Next up, go ahead. This is going to be a lengthy list. Go ahead and get me Macintosh, Shocked, Blitz, Lowe, Jay Erickson, Cade, Marty, Hodgins, McKinsey, Silva, Sergil, Bills, Valdemar, and Bird. Post. There's his new nickname. Alright. Oh, you can guys cover down a little bit. Shift to your right, or your left, technically. Yep, keep covering, keep covering. Hodge. Gotta center on me, not off to the left. There you go. There you go. Keep coming. Alright, Silva, to your left. Hey, there you go. We'll get there. Alright, for future reference, always have to center the formation on me. There you go. All right, salute. All right, and about face. Beautiful. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. So, these soldiers are hereby being awarded the Army Achievement Medal. And I hate to say thank God about this, but this is about 2.5 pages of writing that I would have to read. But unfortunately for those not here, they don't get to hear their thing. So first, we're going to start off to my left with PFC Sorgel being awarded the Army Achievement Medal with C device for combat in Operation Mounting Pressure. After moving out from our support fire position, Alpha Team moved to clear a small compound. 4 out of the 5 members were downed or killed. PFC, while fatally wounded, took out a weaponized jeep as well as 5 enemy combatants. After securing the area and stabilizing himself, he conducted first aid to the rest of the fire team, who were all in critical condition. We then have Silva. Where are you on my list? There you are. Awarded the Army Achievement Medal with C device for his resilience in combat while serving as a fire team member. While awaiting orders on the approach of Objective Pinnacle, the platoon came under fire from an enemy sniper. Due to the quick actions and communication skills of the specialist, the sniper was located and quickly dispatched before any more soldiers were wounded. However, his actions did not end there. While approaching Objective Dugout, Specialist Silva's fire team leader was critically wounded in action. Thinking quickly about the situation, the specialist switched to the squad frequency to send up his situation. He actively instructed his fire team to deploy concealment and dig cover while he pulled his fire team leader to safety. Following these actions, it led his fire team into the enemy-held town and neutralized any threats that stood in their way. So outstanding there. We then have Hodgins, awarded the Army Achievement Medal with C device for combat for his actions during mission High Ground while moving to Objective Garbage. Alpha suffered heavy losses after being ambushed. The PFC used his combat lifesaver skills fully to his capabilities, pulling Specialist Marty from the rocks to treat him. During that engagement, he also moved with our squad medic towards a friendly Vic for treatment. The PFC stayed calm and cool while under fire and sniper shots and saved his teammates from being killed. Without his quick thinking, we would not have been able to be as combat effective. Outstanding there. And then McIntosh, there it is. PFC McIntosh is being awarded the Army Achievement Medal. The PFC has just recently, within the last few weeks, accepted the responsibility of squad medic after the promotion of Corporal Nicholas, who moved to the platoon medic spot. He has been taking the role in stride and has shown expertise in his craft. Upon multiple occasions, he took full responsibility for mass cast situations within the squad and others across the platoon. His knowledge and determination to perform at the best of his ability at all the times sets an example for all other aspiring medical personnel in the unit. So, as you can see, many of these for leadership under fire or leadership within just the unit in general. I mean, to have this many, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 soldiers being awarded the Army Achievement Medal. Many of them with C device, some with not, just for leadership in general. But outstanding job. I mean, this is something that I know during this entire operation campaign of Crimson Sand, we're going to have a lot of these. So it's outstanding that we can start off this list with that many for really just 3 missions, or three combat actions between operations and patrols. So outstanding job to these soldiers, and the full list will be posted on their I guess everybody's, I should say, everybody's citation will be posted on their personnel record. So, big thank you and congratulations to these 4, and then 14 in total. Cool.
What?
All right, Belface. Outstanding job, soldiers. Fall back in. All right, next up, if I can get C. Winters, 5s, A. Bird, Williamson, Soldier, and R. Winters post. Hey, outstanding job, Soldier. All right, Belface. So these 4 in front of you, in total 6 that I called, are hereby being awarded the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal for serving 12 months time in service, so 365 days within the unit with a deployment. So several of these soldiers, as you can see, last month were with us up here for their anniversary. So usually that's the way that these Armed Forces Expeditionary Medals work. They have their anniversary one month, and the following month, if with us, they're still being awarded the Armed Forces. You have to achieve and get over 365 days. So a big thank you to these soldiers for their continued service with us. Obviously, this is a deployment medal, so outstanding job, taking the fight to our soldiers, with our soldiers to the enemy, I should say. And a big thank you. Hua. Congratulations. Fall back in, or about face. There you go. Fall back in. All right. If I can get Macintosh, post. Balface. Alright, the PFC here is hereby being promoted to the grade and rank of Specialist E4, entering that E4 Mafia. This soldier has the needed votes, has the needed DMOS, and obviously the needed time in service. So with that, qualifies for Specialist. Entering that E4 Mafia is something special. We have squads that are very heavy in the E4 Mafia. Is what we call them, but being a specialist, it opens you up for a lot of possibilities, DMOS-wise, but also leadership-wise. Getting in there and becoming a fire team leader as a PFC or a specialist, getting through some of the needed schools of leadership, like Warrior Leadership Course, is the rank of specialist and higher, but it just sets you up for whatever you want in your career, to sit back and be just that grunt and that soldier, or if you want to advance yourselves personally and professionally within the unit. So congratulations on Specialist. Oh.
What?
All right, Buffface. Congrats, Specialist. Fall back in. All right. Next up, if I can get Duck, Smiriki, and Starling, post. All right, Balface. All right, these 3 soldiers are hereby being awarded the Joint Service Achievement Medal, the JSAM. The JSAM is awarded only for DMOS duties, so excellence within a DMOS, as I mentioned earlier with our DMOSs, extremely vital to our success as a unit, which is why that to get Specialist or higher, you must hold a DMOS slot, regardless of what level that is. But in this case, Duck, for your work in BMO as a roster maintenance specialist, the corporal has been doing exceptionally well in BMO as a roster maintenance specialist. Not having joined long ago, Duck is always willing to learn, ask questions when needed, and also promptly fixes errors when there is one. His dedication, along with many others, is what makes our BMO run so smoothly. We then have Specialist Smiriki. being awarded the JSAM for his work as a broadcast combat journalist in public affairs. For continued service within public affairs, specialists will go above and beyond the normal duties as a cameraman to assisting with the continued and constant editing and updating of our newly formed quarterly newsletter, as well all the extra work that he does as an editor, as one of our leads. The specialist's drives and fortitude reflects highly upon himself, our unit, and public affairs. We then have Specialist Starling for being awarded the JSAM for his work within public affairs as a broadcast combat journalist. For outstanding service within public affairs, Specialist's attendance and video editing knowledge is what gets the bulk of our Third ID videos out to our YouTube pages. The Specialist is willing to innovate and motivate every weekend to get new content. Specialist's faith and fidelity reflects great credit upon himself, peers, and the 3rd Infantry Division. I could attest to all 3 of these. I constantly see what Corporal Duck continues to bring to BMO as I get to see those chats and see how fast that comes, and then I second everything about Smiricki and Starling. These soldiers are the ones that really get after it within our public affairs, our broadcast journalists, as we're launching more and more into our video editing, how our videos look after an operation, getting into some shorts, getting into our TikToks, things like that. And these guys are the ones that really are the driving force behind there. We have a lot of great editors and a lot of great cameramen, but out of those, I mean, these 2 are the ones that are constantly pushing that to go forward. So a big thank you and big congratulations to these 3. Cool.
What?
Ooh.
All right, Bellface. Thanks, soldiers. Congratulations. Fall back in. All right. If I can get Ivanov, Cooper, Defrost, and Nicholas post. Buffets? Alright. These 4 soldiers are hereby being awarded the Humanitarian Service Medal. Many of them for achieving 60 votes in the calendar month. Those that aren't aware, you earn this medal by hitting 2 votes per day for 30 days. It's a rolling calendar. So if you miss 1 day, you basically just reset yourself 30 days again to make that happen. So the dedication and drive that we see out of these soldiers, as well as a few others that are already capped out, like Sergeant Garcia, First Sergeant, are constantly on this list as well, but they're capped out on this medal. They've done it that long to make that happen, and these soldiers aren't far behind between Ivanov, Cooper, and Frost. So big job to make this happen, and the consistency is like no other. So if you need to learn how or know how, contact those soldiers. And then I got Corporal Nicholas up here being awarded the Humanitarian Service Medal. In the month of April, he made a donation in a soldier's name, making sure that he got that Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal for this. That soldier then went and already donated above the needed for that $50 and earned it himself. But seeing how the PFC Hodgins already did that, seeing how he donated a total of, in total, by making little amounts, this is what Corporal wanted to do. With that, you might have seen that we did award him the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal anyway, but I did find it very honorable and something that he did to not get recognition for himself, but something that's he took the time to care and make sure somebody else is awarded. So with that, we'd like to honor him with the Humanitarian Service Medal. It's no different than if he went and bought somebody a game to come play with us, right? So a big thank you and congratulations. Cool.
What?
Ooh.
All right, Buffers. Congratulations, soldiers. Fall back in. All right. go ahead and get me. This is another good list, about 15 people. I'm gonna slaughter this name, Borovetsky, McTavish, Starling, Benos, McIntosh, Distra, Cade, Hodgins, Erickson, Birdlike, Harris, I'll just say it, Voldemort again, Valdemar, Young, and Jacino. Go ahead, post. All right, go ahead, about face. There you go. All right. So these soldiers, these 15 that I called out, are hereby being awarded their Combat Infantry Badge Stage 1. So as I mentioned, we've already had 2 combat ops in the month of April. These soldiers at least attended one of them, if not both of them, and this is their very first combat operation with us as a 3rd Infantry Division. Our soldiers deploy quite a lot within a year, but to be able to get into that Stage 1, this is your first milestone. We'll be celebrating those that hit Stage 2, 3, 4 throughout the years, but it takes years, literally years to get to those stages. And you guys are in on it in the ground floor, and something that you guys can continue to push for and earn those medals even more. So a big thank you and congratulations on achieving your Stage 1 of your Combat Infantry Badge.
What?
All right, go ahead, Buttface. Congratulations, soldiers. Technically, you're combat vets now. Fall back in. All right, next up, go ahead, get me R. Winters, Hunter, Kit, and Nicholas. Post. All right, Buffus. Just like the Combat Infantry Badge, all 3 of these soldiers, all 4 that I called out, are hereby being awarded the Combat Medic Badge Stage 1. So they don't hold an 11 Bravo infantry sign, right? They're not a MOS of infantry. These guys and gals are your 68 Whiskeys. These are the medics. So they get a Stage 1 medic. Same accomplishment, hitting that first stage of being a combat medic. Some of these soldiers hold an infantry badge Stage 1 already from last operation. However, this is their first time in their role engaging in combat as a actual combat medic. So big congratulations to these 4. Hoa.
What?
All right, Buttface. All right, fall back in. Congratulations. All right. Next up, go ahead and get me Duck, Krios, Burjek, Johnson, Coe, Blitz, Goodwill, Callum, Snyder, Nikes, Kelso, Tracy, P. Bird, and Lowe. Post. Uh-oh, I see Nikes is losing connection. Alright, Belface. Nikes is down. Alright, so these soldiers, let's see, what is this? 14 soldiers are hereby being awarded their Stage 1 of Combat Action Badge. So, just like Infantry with 11 Bravo, Medical with 68 Whiskey, the Combat Action kind of is, as you'd say on the infantry side, the Pogue one, right? Personnel other than Grunt. This is the combat action, so this kind of covers everybody else for the most part. Other DMOSs that see combat, in this case we have 19 Deltas up here, and then we have our flight team as well. being crew chiefs or pilots, qualify for the combat action badge for stage 1 for, again, achieving their first combat operation of their career with us in the 3rd Infantry Division. So big congratulations for achieving that stage 1.
What?
All right, Bellface. We're giving off a lot of bling today. I like it. All right, congratulations. Fall back in. All right, next up, if I can get D. Smith and T. Hunter post. All right, Bellface. All right, these 2 soldiers are hereby being promoted to the grade and rank of E4 Corporal. They're entering that Corporal, which is a junior NCO. Entering that NCO Corps. Both of these soldiers currently hold a medical slot within our unit, but also are ones that went to our board and aced our board. If you look at some of their scores as they came across. Very phenomenal in their ability to know our unit SOPs, our unit history, and passing that board. But entering that NCO Corps is a time-honored tradition of our unit, being the backbone of our unit as the infantry side, the combat side of our unit, and leadership. These soldiers may hold medical slots currently right now, but that doesn't limit them to their ability to lead, and that's proven day in and day out through their actions, in game and out of game. So a big thank you and congratulations on achieving the NCO or getting into the NCO Corps. Cool.
What?
All right, Bellface. Congrats, corporals. Fall back in. All right. Go ahead and get me Siegel, Sylvia, Williamson, Bristow, Belinsky, Schacht, Kovic, Smith, Perez, York, Sorgel, Bills, Donley, Smiricki, Bird, and Marty post. God, it's beautiful to see this many. Alright, Bellface. Alright. These soldiers are hereby, oh, there you go. These soldiers are hereby being awarded their Stage 2 of Combat Infantry Badge. These soldiers have participated in 2 combat operations. Some of these soldiers, I remember talking that they just hit their 1 or 2 year. You can see, it takes a little bit to get these. To be Stage 2 anything in our unit in terms of a combat skill badge like this, or it's not skill badge, but combat badge like this, is 2 operations, not just 2 missions, 2 operations. We only really run 1 operation a year, so it shows that longevity of our troops to have this many 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 soldiers being awarded their CIB Stage 2. So outstanding job. I love it. And thank you. Cool. All right, Bellface. Outstanding job. Now let's go win some medals and win some wars. Fall back in. All right. Next up, I know Sergeant McKinsey is currently not here. He TPR'd for the weekend. He's hereby being awarded his Stage 2 Combat Medical. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Combat Medical. For achieving his 2nd operation as just a medic. He also is one that holds a CIB as well, but since moving into that medical role, this is his 2nd stage, so if you see him, next up, if I can go ahead and get Kovic post. Kovic present? I don't think so. Nope. All right. Corporal Kovic is hereby being promoted to the grade and rank of E5 Sergeant. He went to the board again one that knocked it out of the park. It currently holds his leadership role and is one that leads from the front. Seeing him come up, I remember calling him back as a private second class in PFC, and he's one that continues to push forward and he develops himself and he develops those around him. And that's something that a true NCO does. So if you see him, congratulate him on making E5. Go ahead and get me Cooper, Nikes, McMahon, Crafty, and Defrost. Post. Beautiful. Buffface. These 5 soldiers, the 3 in front of you, are hereby being awarded their Stage 2 of a combat action. Same applies. This is their second combat operation within other than, I should say, 68 Whiskey or Infantry billet. In this case, I know somebody like Cadet Cooper here has served years as an infantryman and has earned this, the other stages all the way up. But as they now are holding roles like our FO and in our flight team, has earned now their second stage of a combat action badge. So outstanding. All right, Bellface. Congratulations. Fall back in. All right. If I can get Babel, Ivanov, C. Winters, Kidon, Lewis, Franklin, Garcia, Vandal, and Lambert. Post. All right, Bellface. All right. So, these soldiers, bet you can guess it, are hereby being awarded their CIB Stage 3. And a side note, we also have Garcia up here receiving both CIB Stage 3 prior for mounting pressure, and then high, oh boy, what's the first mission called? How come I'm blanking it? High ground. Was our combat medic still holding down that platoon slot as our medic. So Garcia is being awarded the Stage 3 CIB and Stage 3 CMB for doing 2 different roles within April. But with this Stage 3, several things happen when you hit that combat action or that Stage 3 of any of these medals consistently. And serving within 3 combat operations, they are hereby being awarded the not only Stage 3 CIB, but they also earn a combat 3rd ID patch with that. And also the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal for achieving 3 combat operations within their career within the unit. So Stage 3 is a pretty big thing. On any of these, that's again, years, at least 3 years of service with us and hitting 3 operations. So a big thank you and big congratulations to these soldiers. Bellface. Congratulations. Fall back in. All right. Next up, if I can get Marsh, Brock, Ayers. Post. All right. Go ahead, Bellface. All right, these soldiers have hit their final stage of a CIB as an infantryman. They hit that Stage 4, max themselves out until, or at least on the infantry side. I mean, they could switch to a medic or a different 19 Delta, anything like that position, and still earn or no stagers. But however, stage 4, I mean, that's, as you said it, 4 combat operations throughout their career, and being able to be here that long. You can see some of these ranks. We'd have our first sergeant, we have 2 of our SLs. Shows a lot of our longevity within this position, in their positions and within their units. So a big thank you, big congratulations for achieving stage 4. Hua.
What?
All right, Ballface. Thanks, soldiers. Congratulations. All right, fall back in. Sorry. All right, go ahead and get me Nikes post. I know he was having some connection issues. He's back, right? Nikes, hey, there you are. Give me some walk-up music. All right, Ballface. All right. So, if you were not present, this citation does not do it justice of what I witnessed during our very first mission, Mission High Ground. Nikes maneuvered his UH-60 Blackhawk into a very contested and tight LZ at Objective Dugout to drop off reinsert of wounded or KIA personnel and pick up 4 times EPWs from the battlefield. In doing so, picking up these 4 EPWs and getting them out of this hot zone, S2 was able to get valuable information from them. Warrant officer's dedication in keeping with the highest traditions of military and reflects great credit upon himself, our 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade within the 3rd Infantry Division. With this, this is something I got to witness. If you haven't seen it, it's on a stream. He did not even touch the bird down. He hovered it in a valley on an unlevel road whatsoever to be able to make this happen. It was fucking impressive to be able to see. You saw those like real life being able to just touch the ash end down of a Chinook on top of a rooftop for soldiers to get out. That's basically what he did with the UH-60, and something that was phenomenal to see. And with that, I'm awarding him the Air Medal with Valor for his actions that day. Not only was he able to get more troops on the ground for us, he was able to exfil some highly valuable assets on those EPWs and get them out of there. And landing in a contested, tight LZ with gunfire all around. I mean, this is, look at these mountains for one. We're always going to be under fire. And landing hovering UH-60 Blackhawk inches off the ground, obviously made him a very big target. And it's something that he did, and outstanding piloting, and just phenomenal. I highly suggest go see that video. But with that, he's being awarded the Air Medal with Valor. Oh. All right, Ballface. Hell yeah, Warrant Officer. Fall back in. All right. Next up, make sure I didn't miss anything on that guy. If I can get Grig and 5s post. All right, Ballface. All right. So, give me 1 second here. So, Grig and 5s are hereby being awarded the Overseas Service Ribbon. The Overseas Service Ribbon is for participating in operations or overseas operations in 5 official operations within our unit. So in this case, Grig and 5s both has already passed that stage 4, and this is their 5th operation that they have served with us. Outstanding job to these soldiers. This is the way to continue to keep adding more to their combat records, but also doesn't go unnoticed. So outstanding job. Cool.
What?
Ballface.
Whoop.
Congrats, Sergeant. Fall back in. All right. Do we have Shade here? Negative. All right. Shade is hereby being awarded the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal. The Expeditionary Medal is awarded for let's see, Global War on Terrorism Expedition Medal. That's for achieving no less than 6 official operations. So you can kind of see how each one stages up. If you attend so many, you get the overseas. If you keep going, you get the expeditionary, and so forth. So these soldiers have years with us. They're very well-known names within our unit. And each come with their own personality for sure. So congratulations to these soldiers. Cool.
What?
All right, if I can get Snyder and Kelso post. All right. Buffets. Hey, Fox, thanks for the follow, buddy. All right, so these 2 soldiers are hereby being promoted to the grade of Warrant Officer 1, OW1, having completed their time within the walk school, the needed flight hours, the needed SEER training, as well as just the ability to land and take off a perfectly good aircraft. These soldiers train heavily under our 3 cab, under the command of Cooper and Dio. And doesn't go unnoticed. Usually this is something that they have done at Capstone, but they like the honor of coming here, having this promotion in front of their peers, so that they can officially feel the whole thing, right? But a big thank you. Outstanding job getting through Warrant Officer School. There's a lot of leadership in there, and there's a lot of technical stuff in there. But keep doing what you're doing, and love to see you guys in the skies. Hua.
What?
All right, Buffface. Perfect. Fall back in. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, awesome, Fox. Yeah, we're just doing a promotion and award ceremony. All right, next up, if I can get Kidon and Smariki post. Beautiful. Buffface. All right. So these 2 soldiers are hereby being awarded the Enemy's Marksmanship Badge, also known as the Purple Heart. So let me read their citations since both are present. We got Corporal Kidon being awarded the Purple Heart during the operation mission mounting pressure, while Major Sergeant McKenzie, Specialist Hunter, and PFC Hodgins were working on Specialist Smariki. Kidon spotted an enemy lurking not far from the improvised CCP. The corporal moved to check and interpret what he saw when the enemy sprinted towards him and the CCP. The corporal intercepted him and killed him. Then the terrorist blew up, taking down the corporal with critical wounds. His surviving team members were able to secure the site, rescue the wounded. With his actions, the corporal saved not only the company commander, but over half of the 1st Squad Scorpions. After treatment and recovery, he continued to lead his fire team from the front and to the next objective. We then got Specialist Mariki for our operation on our first mission, High Ground. The specialist, with the rest of 1st Squad Scorpions, assaulted the 1st objective, Pinnacle. When the 1st squad entered the objective, Alpha team pushed to the right, and Smariki took his Bravo team and pushed to the left of the fob. While moving towards the main building, a suicide bomber detonated, critically wounding the specialist. Despite this, Bravo team continued to clear enemy positions until secure. After the dock and several medics revived the specialist, he continued to lead. Not revived. Fixed. The specialist, he continued to lead Bravo team through a critical and difficult mission to complete their objective. So the Purple Heart is, as we joke around, the enemy's marksmanship badge, right? We all get shot. We all get hit. We all get some type of wounds. Sometimes maybe it's a paper cut. Other times your whole body is red. that is actually not truly one of the main things about the Purple Heart. I get that question quite a lot. How do you earn it? First off, it's all based on leadership. Leading from the front, the scenario based of what happens, right? It has to have that live account. It's just not that, oh, I'm a fire team leader and I got hit, now I get the Purple Heart. That's not the case. It's all about what happens in the context of that environment, of that mission, of that contact that you took on. And then obviously seen by your first line leader or somebody above as well. So really it's one of those complicated but not complicated medals. So a big thank you and congratulations to these two soldiers. They went and led from the top and led their fire teams. We just read the citation. In this case, both of them encountered some sort of explosion, IED, or in this case, we're dealing with a lot of suicide bombers as we need to continue to work on our hearts and minds and win the civilian population over. But a big thank you and congratulations to being awarded the first Purple Hearts of our Operation Crimson Sand. Hua.
Whoa.
All right, Bellface. Congratulations, soldiers. Fall back in. All right. That page is done. All right, not too bad. Running about 5 minutes over right now. I have one more up here. So if I can get Cooper, post.
Oh no.
Oh no. I heard it already.
And end it now.
All right. About face. All right. This is Mr. Cooper. I got to spend a lot of time with him. I learned that he likes long walks on the beach. He also he has a foot fetish, which we won't talk about, and he's somebody that is... Sorry, Cooper. All right. Realistically here, though, Cadet Cooper obviously is our 3-cab commander. He has a long history within our unit, serving as one of our premier fire team members, then fire team leaders. He led a squad for quite some time and has served with us with high honors. He was my selection to enter OCS after we had the retirement of Lieutenant Frost, and he took over our 3-cab. And since his takeover, you can kind of see this formation over here, how big that formation has grown under the leadership of Cadet Cooper here. The last couple months, what was it, back in March, we talked about moving him into that OCS and taking over, and since that point, he hasn't looked back. He's somebody that's extremely active, extremely dedicated to his role, and getting to know him more over the last 2 months of conducting our OCS together. We had several sit-downs together, covered a lot of material, a lot of PowerPoints, and a lot of just one-on-one time. And capping it all off with an essay that he loved to write. He is a writer, though, so that's a plus for him. But with that, he's done an outstanding job since really coming in to his own, and I'm proud to be able to promote him to Butterbar, Second Lieutenant 01 today. So outstanding job. Hua. No more private. All right. With that, I'm going to have him about face here quick. We're going to administer the commissioned officer oath for our unit. Something that all our commissioned officers go through at some point. And with it, I already sent it to him so he can follow along with me. But Mr. Cooper, Lieutenant Cooper, state after me. I state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm.
I, Cooper, do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the rules and regulations of the 3rd Infantry Division Realism Unit.
That I will support and defend the rules and regulations of the 3rd Infantry Division Realism Unit.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
that I take this obligation freely without mental reservations or purpose of evasion.
That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
And that I will, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter. So help me God.
All right, outstanding. Next, if I can go ahead, Cooper, go ahead, right face. All right, Sergeant First Class winners post. All right, first salute. Outstanding. All right, go ahead, left and right face. Face me. Beautiful. All right. Without further ado, Lieutenant Cooper, go ahead. This is for you. Go ahead, fall back in, and then go ahead, winners, cover down. Beautiful. All right, just double checking, making sure that I have a check mark next to everything that I just covered, because with 9 pages, funny enough, you lose track. Boom, boom, boom. If I missed it, I apologize. We'll get it issued after. All right. Without further ado, we're about 10 minutes late, so Sergeant First Class, let's go ahead and brief our team, dismiss them, and get them ready for our combat operation. Cool.
Go that, sir.
I'll be restarting the server.
Correct.
Alright, gentlemen, ladies, let's get ready for our server restart. Leaders brief to happen in 5 minutes, literally right after debrief. Don't have anything further. Great retention, great attendance, let's keep it up. We're all dismissed. Get ready for the restart.
Airborne.
Oh. All right. So, as we move on into our next phase, I'm going to drop stream for a little bit, get us ready for our combat operation. So I'll re-engage our stream. Fox, thanks for stopping in. I will be picking back up in about 5-10 minutes here. So since you followed the channel, hope to see you again. And then, yeah, we'll keep on rocking and rolling. But thanks for everybody.